Goes to Breetzke. It's a full delivery. It's a full toss in the end, and it's been hit away for 4 runs. He'll be a little bit angry with himself there, Zach Chappell. He missed through his first over. 7 without loss. Northamptonshire guided down the short third man, and the dive there from Mitch Wagstaff doesn't stop the ball, and it runs away. Here is Brown bowling. That one's whipped into the leg side by Breetzke. He seems to have his eye in now. Out towards the mid-wicket boundary for 4. 15 without loss. Brown bowls. It's a full toss. Breetzke lifts this, somehow scoops it over fine leg for 4 runs. I'm not sure if that's entirely right. Babylon bowls. That's off an edge on. It bounces awkwardly in front of David Lloyd and goes away down to third man for 4 more. Breetzke around the wickets. He's bowling full at middle stump, which is now leaning back. That's gone Salos. Absolutely no chance. He just nods his head towards Breetzke, and Northamptonshire are 25 for 1.
Yeah, that's that Yorker that Mickey spoke very highly of. He said it's to Pablo.
City end balls to Breetzke, lifts him for 6 out towards the car park. In fact, it might hit the bar. Well, it bounces over the bar and into the car park. Around the wicket bowling to Willie, who launches him out into the leg side. There's nobody out there, and it wouldn't have mattered if there was, because it's just crept over the boundary for 6. He was always going to play that shot. 2 balls of his third over to go. It's been driven down the ground and caught by Cam Fletcher at mid-off. Willie's going nowhere. The umpires are going to consult each other here, and we have no replays, and Willie is going absolutely nowhere. 47 for 2 in the final over of the power play.
Yeah, he does not look happy about that, but the Derbyshire fielders were convinced.
Slightly single taken, Bapara on strike now. He slaps that just to the right of way. Manson at extra cover for 4 runs. But a yard to the right of way, Manson, but it was hit very, very hard indeed, and even between the stumps and the umpire, and that's driven down the ground, and that'll be a 1 bounce 4 out to the permanent temporary stand at the far end. Wagstaff bowls smashed out towards the extra cover boundary for 4 over the head of Samit Patel, who's inside the 30-yard circle, and in between Pat Brown and Cam Fletcher. He's in and bowls. It's another decent delivery. It's out towards Ross Whiteley on the boundary, who takes the catch, and Bapara has gone, and Mitch Wagstaff takes a very, very big wicket, an important wicket.
Just hold his nerve brilliantly there and got him caught out on the rope. It's a big wicket for Derbyshire. He's a dangerous player, Bapara, and he looked like he was just getting going.
Sikandar Raza is the new batter, the Zimbabwe skipper. Zimbabwe, of course, failing to qualify under Dave Houghton. All the good stuff he did. Wagstaff bowls driven for 4. That's a glorious shot by Breetzke out towards the extra cover boundaries. Wagstaff bowls. That's been launched into the leg side. There's no chance for Ross Whiteley on this occasion as it clears the Pat Brown, and this one's lifted in the air. Now then, has that got the... Oh, it's got the distance all right. It's landed just in front of the members' pavilion. In comes Brown again. That one is a one-footed shot. Be careful. He's in again and bowls. That one's straight up in the air, straight towards us. It's going for 6. It's gone over the head of Cam Fletcher down below us. As Whiteley around the wicket bowls. That's driven beautifully. Backward of square for 4 runs by Breetzke, who moves to 80 in and bowls. And that one is cracked away. Backward of square on the offside for 4 runs by Raza. Here is Chappell bowls. That one's lifted into the leg side. De Pavillon's there. Oh, and tips it over the bar and for 6. Couldn't quite take the catch. Raza on 25 now. Has got one off an edge down to third man for 4 runs. From the racecourse end, he's in, and that one is driven for 4 runs to the left of mid-off, who is Mitch Wagstaff. Another really nice shot. Breetzke moves on to 86, 166 for 3 now. Again, bowls to Breetzke, full toss, turn into the leg side, 1 bounce 4 out towards the covers. It was to the left. Bowls to Breetzke, who smashes it out towards wide, long off for 4 runs. So he's not quite taken full toll of that.
Does he go again? He does.
And he's bowled him. He has. He's bowled.
He's got it wrong, bowled a full toss and gone for 4, but he's held his nerve, he's backed his skill, and he's executed a perfect Yorker there to get rid of Breetzke for 96, and what an 94, apologies, and what an innings it was.
Yeah, he's got a good hand as he leaves the field. Pavillon bowls lifted nicely by Sikandar Raza. Out. Pat Brown begins a new over. That's lifted down the ground. Underneath it is an Aaron Donald, and he takes the catch. This one is driven down the ground. That's a decent looking shot. It might go all the way for 4. It does go all the way for 4 over a Aaron Donald and out to the boundary, just to the offside of straight.
It only just came out the 30-yard circle.
He's bowled him. He went into the offside, tried to flick it away into the leg. Zach Chappell picks up a wicket and bowls to Bartlett. It was bowled him, leg stump. He tried the clever little reverse flick. It wasn't that clever in the end. George Bartlett goes, Zach Chappell goes. Zach Chappell picks up his second wicket of the over. So 3-4 runs off this over and bowls to Sanderson, who goes for the scoop, misses it. There's a throw down towards Zach Chappell. Sanderson is run out, and the run won't count because he's run out, and they finish on 193 for 8 as Ben Sanderson goes first ball. Sanderson used to do that as well. This one is cut away by David Lloyd for 4 runs out towards the point boundary. He's in and bowls, and Donald, 6, blimey. That's been hit a long, long way. It's gone halfway up the permanent temporary stand at the far end of the ground. Willie turns around and looks at an Aaron Donald as Willie is in, and that one is pulled into the leg side for 4 runs by Donald, fairly straight in between the man at mid-wicket and mid-on. Sanderson bowls, and he launches it down the ground for 6. Out over the head of mid-on. Exactly what he did, and this time he makes room for himself. There's 6 more. Out towards long off this time. Just took a step into the leg side, struck it beautifully. Sanderson is in and bowls to a full delivery. Wow. He swept it away. How on earth has he got that there to square leg for 4 runs? Bowls to him, and he's lifted this off an edge. 1 bounce, 4 runs down to third man. Gets a bit of good fortune. You're right. That's been smashed into the car park. Caught in just beyond the boundary by Zach Chappell. He's in and bowls, and that one has been lifted out into the offside for a 1 bounce 4. That's a glorious shot by an Aaron. Zay bowls, that was a full toss. You don't want to bowl one of those to him, and it's another 6 out towards long off. 6 for an Aaron Donald, who is 3 runs away from equaling his fastest Derbyshire. Save, in and bowls. It's another full toss, it's another 6. And there is the equal fastest half-century in Derbyshire history. He equals the record that he set on Sunday at Headingley with 50 off 19 deliveries. What I didn't tell you was that Freddie Heldrick is bowling now, and that one has been turned into the leg side by Donald. He's been dropped in the deep. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is that Vasconcelos out there who has dropped the ball? He moves on to... Sorry?
7 6.
7 6s he's hit now in his 62. Derbyshire 88.
I spoke with Wes Durston about this.
Heldrick bowls. There's another one out towards the mid-wicket boundary. That is huge. I think that's from an Aaron Donald. So that could be a record.
I think that's a record.
6 in an innings rolls, and he's launched this down the ground. This time he's going to be out. I'm sure he's going to be caught at long off. He is caught at long off, and he goes for 68 off 26 deliveries. It was a good sliding catch. Boos ring around of an Aaron Donald, but he's been caught by Saif Zaib down in the distance. 94 for 1 Derbyshire. And goes Bapara and bowls to Madsen down the leg side. They're claiming a catch, and he's been caught down the leg side. Wayne Madsen goes for a first ball duck, and that could be problems for Derbyshire. The second wicket to fall. 95 for 2 now, Derbyshire.
That's so unlucky. Caught down leg side, first ball.
Then past the umpire, bowls to Samit, who chops this into the ground, and he's going to pick up his first run off the bottom edge. Straight past wicketkeeper McManus. Heldrick bowls. Samit Patel lifts him for 6 out towards the backward square leg boundary. That's a magnificent stroke. That is the perfect slog sweep. Push it around.
Just knock it around a bit and be smart.
This time he has been caught by Vasconcelos out the backward square leg. That is a sensational catch, diving full length, held onto it as well, having dropped a catch earlier.
Might be a good idea to play smart. It's just hit him for a 6. You're miles ahead of the run rate. The Duckworth-Lewis, the run rate is not...
Fletcher waits. Heldrick bowls to him. He launches that down the ground for 6. That one has gone 2/3 of the way up or a third of the way up, rather. 2 balls of this over to go. As bowled one down the leg side, he's got a top edge on that one over the wicketkeeper's head for a single. He moves to 33 off 29. 123 for 3 in the Euros, as this one is guided down towards short third man. A big shout of no from David Lloyd